I never thought that I could be shocked, elated, angry, disgusted, happy, and entertained all at the same time. But that's what this movie gives me. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and I finally watched Mukundan Unni Associates, which is streaming currently on Disney Plus Hotstar, and it stars the very superbly talented Vinny Srinivasan in the titular role. This movie is so freaking dark as well as light at the same time. After the film got over, I asked myself, how many of such sly characters am I surrounded by at this very moment? Because Mukundan Unni is not your typical anti-hero. He is... well, he's one of us. The movie was a little difficult to digest for me because of my own beliefs that I live by in life. So that was completely shattered right in front of my eyes like a house of cards. But that's just my personal feeling. Talking about the film solely, I first want to really applaud the screenplay. I mean, what a tightly written screenplay this was. From start to finish, I was completely hooked because as a story, you see Mukundan's evolution and journey to becoming this evilest, if that is a word, evilest anti-hero, but it is all through an excellent mind commentary. It is this commentary going inside Mukundan's head that shocked me into amazement more than the real-time dialogues that was happening between the characters. Mukundan is a 30-plus advocate who has lived by a strict moral code all through his life, but he is ambitious and he craves material success. He believed that if one did hard work and was dedicated and persevered, then all of it will lead to a successful life before one turns 30. But frustrated with the fact that after living by such a moral code, he still had no riches. He finally gave up and gave himself 1 year to change his life around, and he resorted to the school of thought, whatever it takes. And when he commits to this whatever it takes mantra, then you see his entire metamorphosis. He becomes shrewd, calculative, and resorts to every possible method of becoming the undefeated champion in his field. His field being filing fake insurance claims of the accidental victim who come for treatment in the trauma center. The story not only unravels Mukundan's corrupt mindset, but also cleverly shows how all the stakeholders involved, whether it be the doctors, the police, everyone is innately corrupt and money is the common denominator for all. We are unapologetically shown the immoral side of the world where there is no place for honesty and dedication. Those kind of people who actually are honest and believe in hard work, they are the ones who get left behind. The way Mukundan's character has been written, when you take a glance at him, he would seem completely harmless and incapable of plotting an evil plan. He has the most monotonous, plain expression that you can find on the face of a person, barring the occasional smile that he gives. One would mistake him to be the quiet, shy types, but when you are shown the road to his actual thoughts behind that expressionless face, you really marvel at the genius of this character. And that's the thing which makes this film so unique for me, because I was completely amazed by this character. I was marveling at his thought process, but at no point I was rooting for him. In fact, I was getting a little frustrated that why is he facing no consequences of his actions? All the time I kept thinking, dude, you are so freaking evil. I absolutely hate you. But he was also making me laugh because the movie is funny. This movie is a clear example of how to best portray dark humor unapologetically. You know, even in a movie like Monica Oh My Darling, the main villain, he still had a massive triggering point to make him feel that way and become this evil. But here, Mukundan Unni just... he doesn't care. And surprisingly, in both the movies, the snake plays a very significant role. You know that full sequence where he has to get 31 signatures of the students who were involved in a bus accident? I was getting so pissed off at that particular sequence, and I kept thinking to myself, how are you not able to even feel anything? Like, don't you care? But I was also in amazement in thinking that how quickly his mind was working and how he was turning the entire situation into his favor. In my viewpoint, I would say that the director, Abhinav Nayak, he managed to achieve the impossible. He actually showed that some people are just black. Not many filmmakers would show this reality and be so straightforward about it. I mean, he has my respect for that. He knew what he was making and he remained absolutely true to the material. You can actually see and sense the director's vision and confidence when you watch this film. From the technical standpoint also, the movie fares well, and I first want to talk about the camera work and editing, because I feel for this particular film both the things went hand in hand. I loved how the film first gets started with the aspect ratio of 4:3, and when Mukundan gets his first win, the screen slowly changes to the 16:9 aspect ratio. How I view it is that till that particular point, Mukundan thought that his life was, restricted, like inside a box. And the moment he gets his first win, his mind becomes free, and then sky's the limit. I mean, that's how I interpreted it. The edit done, especially the frame transitions, are really beautiful. It's very quick and dynamic, and it really syncs with the way the scenes have been shot. So the scene, the subsequent transition, and the BGM integrated, all of them are so much in sync. So that makes for a really good visual as well as auditory experience. Coming to the performances, I'm sorry, but Vineet Srinivasan has just won me over in this. Forget direction, forget singing. Him as an actor is what I want to see more. This performance actually required two very, very important things. Number one is that deadpan expression so that the outside world doesn't understand what you are actually thinking. And second is the dialogue delivery of the mind commentary that he does. Because there you are actually relying on his voice acting because his expression is pretty monotonous. And that combination makes it hilarious. This one scene is completely etched in my mind where the snake accident happens, and the entire shot is then in slow-mo, and Vineet Srinivasan, he's looking at that car, he's looking at the entire scenario unfold, and the music is just so soothing, and in his mind he goes, wow. I laughed out loud so much on that scene. It's literally the funniest and the most tragic scene ever. Fantastic performance. It's just not that scene. There's so many scenes where, I mean, he was excellent. Then Suraj as Advocate Venu, another brilliant actor. I mean, initially you would think in his character that, okay, he's very confident and nothing can, scare him off. But then you see his personality kind of dwindle where he feels the threat. And he's just so natural with the way he delivers his dialogue and plays his character. Other standout performers for me were Arsha Baiju, who plays Minakshi, Tanvi Ram, who plays Advocate Jyoti, and Sudhi Koppa, who plays Advocate Robin. All of them were excellent in their respective roles, and this was a great ensemble in my opinion. So this movie is going to make you laugh. It'll kind of make you pissed off, at least I'm going by my experience, but overall it'll not fail to entertain you. And if you are a fan of the dark comedy genre, this movie is literally that cherry on the top of that cake. So yes, that was my review on this absolutely dark and hilarious Malayalam film, Mukundan Unni Associates, and I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. What was your opinion? Like, where did your moral fiber stand when you were watching this? I would really, really love to know that, because this is not the usual typical villain film, right? So I definitely want to know your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, with that, I will end this video here. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this review, and I will now see you soon on my next video. Bye.